Hello YouTube, it's Renee. I'm back with Food No Talk. Today I'm gonna make some dry biscuits. These particular dry biscuits are going to be cheese dry biscuits. Kind of like the ones at Red Lobster, but they taste better to me because I made them at home. Anyway, today I have got 2 cups of flour. And in those 2 cups of flour, we're going to put these ingredients. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I've got a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I have 1 tablespoon of sugar in here. And I've got a half a teaspoon of salt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk all those ingredients together, no sifting. Just use a whisk today. A lot of days I use the whisk instead of a sifter. I happen to not sift my cakes, and I use the whisk only, and they come out just fine. So we're gonna whisk this together just to get it incorporated. We want the flour mixed with the salt, mixed with the sugar, with the baking powder, baking soda. We want it really mixed up really good together. So go ahead and get yourself a pretty nice sized bowl so you'll be able to do it. And then once we have that done, the next thing we're gonna do is a biscuit cutter. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't have one. So if you're going to do this with your warm hands, be in a hurry. That's one reason why I go ahead and I put the butter in the freezer, because you want the butter to stay cold. It's not occasion. Everybody knows when you're making biscuits, you know, you kind of need your ingredients cold. So, you know, my buttermilk's cold, my cheese just came out the fridge, and of course this butter that I have in here, which is gonna make nice little pockets when you're eating the biscuits. You're gonna, and if you've gotten the butter as small as you could, by all means, if you've got a biscuit cutter, use it. I don't have one. That's one thing I don't have. I gotta get one. This will make it a whole lot easier. But I like these biscuits because, well, you can put them all in one bowl, and I love that. This cheese, I just grate it, and I don't have to tell you guys, grated cheese is better than, you know, the store-bought cheese. I think so. And then we're gonna take our paddle and just kind of mix this around really good. Incorporating the flour with the cheese. You want to get it mixed really well, because of course you want to do all this before you add the buttermilk, because when you add the buttermilk, you don't want to keep tossing this around unnecessarily, because you don't want tough biscuits. You want soft biscuits. So in order to have soft biscuits, ones that are not chewy, like dog biscuits, no, I'm just kidding. Ones that are not chewy, you don't want to be mixing a whole lot once you get the buttermilk in there. So let's go ahead and add some chives to this, and put that there. And the chives, not only does it make a better presentation for the biscuits, they're pretty, but it gives you a nice little flavor. I mean, you can actually taste them. They're not just there for decor, you know. Next thing we're gonna do, we made this well, so now we're going to pour all the 1 cup and 1/3 of buttermilk into our bowl. Now, remember, this is where we don't mix a whole lot. And the reason we're not mixing a whole lot is because we don't want tough biscuits. So please, gently, just do it gently. Because what you really want is for it to be incorporated. And we're just about there. We're just about having it incorporated. And what we're gonna do, once we get this nicely incorporated, is we're gonna add, no, we're not gonna add, we're gonna take our ice cream scoop and we're gonna pretend like just like you're making cookies, and actually feel like that's enough. Make sure I get the bottom. It's not dry. That's enough. Because like I said, I don't want this. We don't want to make dry biscuits. Hit it with a little spray just to get the parchment paper to stick. If you can see, it looks like grease up under it. Just, you know, a little light coat in 4 corners. Here, bam, bam. And put the parchment on and then it sticks. Then you're not trying to fight the parchment paper and have it running all over the place. So, when we gather these biscuits up, we're going to, that's too tight. Let's pack them somewhat lightly. You don't want to pack them. It doesn't need to be compact. And remember, these are drop biscuits. So you're not shaping them. You're not cutting them out. You're just kind of dropping them on the pan to make your biscuit. Whew. And these are going to be delicious. Before I got started on the drop biscuits, I turned the oven to 425. What we're gonna do is put them in the oven for 12 minutes. When 6 of those 12 minutes go by, we're going to, let's see, I got biscuits left. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. I'm gonna take another pan off camera and do those. Again, these are the biscuits. We're putting them in the oven and they're going to cook for a full 12 minutes. I'm going to put them on the bottom rack, not the top rack. I don't want them to cook too fast. Let's get our timer set for 12 minutes. And like I said, in 6 minutes, we're going to turn the pan around the other way because we want them to cook evenly. Okay, I'll be back once I get the biscuits out of the oven. Biscuits right out the oven. I played them on one of my favorite plates. My sister gave me this plate. I love it. She gave me this plate, so small. These biscuits are, well, I guess you can say to die for. Let's get one. We'll get a big one. I want to show you, and they're soft. They're soft, but they're soft. That's what I did, they're soft, yeah. They're crispy around the edges and delectable in the middle. I mean, can you see how tender these things are? These biscuits are green. I swear I went somewhere and paid for breakfast. And guess what? I already ate 2 of these. These are so good. You got to make some. They're so good. Okay, you guys, please subscribe for more videos. I did a little more talking in this video than the others. I saw the need, so that's what I did. Once again, let's see, the ingredients for this, I'll give them again just in case, but they'll be down below in the description. We start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And in that 2 cups of all-purpose flour that we poured into the bowl, we added 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of sugar, a half teaspoon of salt, and then we whisk it all together. No need to sift or anything in this video. We also added 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Remember, I cut them up in tiny, tiny pieces so that when I got ready to, make the mix, I didn't have to worry about getting them, really, really small. So I'd rather cut them up prior to putting them in the freezer. Let's see, we started out with 8 ounces of sharp cheese. That's what we use, sharp cheese. And I grated it because I don't really like the store shredded cheese. Also, we added a little bit of chives, about 3 tablespoons, to the mix. 1 1/3 cup of buttermilk. And finally, we stirred it all together with a spatula, very, 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 very gently. Because remember, if we overmix it, it will be tough. Kind of like a cake. If you overmix it, it will be tough. We wanted tender biscuits, yet we wanted the cheesy crust on the outside, and that's what we achieved. Look at it. I love it. Anyway, our oven went on 425 for 12 minutes. In the half of the 12 minutes, 6 minutes, we rotated the pan in the oven so that all the biscuits would cook evenly. I ended up using that big baking sheet you all saw me use, and I used a half sheet to cook 6 more biscuits. So I ended up with about 18 biscuits. They are delectable. You can eat these with a stew. You can eat these with a savory meal like steak and maybe asparagus. These go with everything. You can eat these for breakfast. My other sister-in-law filled them up with, what'd she do? Cheese and bacon or cheese and sausage? That was really cool because, well, not cheese, eggs and bacon, because you already have cheese in the biscuit. So these biscuits, you can eat them for breakfast. You can eat them for dinner. You can eat them for lunch. You can eat them like I'm going to eat them today by themselves, but I'm not going to eat too many because I am on a diet. Okay, you guys, please subscribe to my video so that I am able to put out more videos. Please like and share me. And thank you guys so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.